You're now with me, Yumes Riani, and this is your 5 p.m. English News on TVS. Now, let's get on with the topics for today. Sarawak will focus its development in 3 key areas, namely food security, environment and healthcare. Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunapeng said Sarawak has a vast potential to be a global food producer.
He said that the 3 key areas are interrelated and transformative, and he is confident that Sarawak can be part of that transformation.
They need quality food. That is agriculture. Today, people are talking about environment, sustainable environment. That is what happened in Glasgow. You need to control and mitigate carbon emission. To mitigate that, you need more oxygen. Okay. Healthcare. Sebabnya saya wujudkan our infectious disease center as part of our research, kerana kita banyak biodiversity and healthcare tu, surgery can be done through internet as long as you have the technology. So these three areas will transform the world. I think Sarawak can be part of that transformation.
Earlier, Abang Johari was officiating the Tabung Ekonomi Gagasan Anak Sarawak, or TVS, Digital Village on Monday. He calls upon Sarawakans to be more creative and innovative in coming up with innovations in positioning Sarawak on the world map. On the state part, Abang Johari said the state policy is for the old and the young to work closely together to bring about transformational change to Sarawak through digital transformation. The TVS Digital Village serve as a facility to provide a conducive environment to enable Sarawakans to establish new systems and networking to spur the development of digital economy.
The long-forgotten Kuching landmark, the SATOK suspension bridge, was given a major facelift and has reclaimed its title as an iconic symbol of Kuching City. Not only that, it reflects the city's advancement but also holds a crucial historical value import to the city.
Saya dan rakan-rakan melihat bahawa jambatan itu mempunyai sejarah yang banyak dan telah menyaksikan pembangunan yang berlaku di Bandaraya Kuching. Hingga Putrajaya dibuka macam gini tu. Dan kawasan pembangunan yang begitu meluaskan. Memandang kepada keadaan sedemikian untuk generasi akan datang supayanya tahu sejarah bagaimana Bandaraya Kuching membangun menjadi bandaraya. Maka kita buat keputusan untuk membina semula jambatan SATOK itu.
Abang Johari, who officiated the launching ceremony of the bridge last night, said with the new bridge, Sarawak tourism will be boosted greatly whilst providing nostalgic moments for many locals. For records, Kuching received the accolade of being included and proclaimed as United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO Creative City in Gastronomy earlier this month.
Inilah apa yang kita perolehi pengiktirafan dunia kepada Bandaraya Kuching. Jadi kita jagalah bandaraya kita tu, bandaraya kita bersih, perpaduan kita akrab, kerjasama kita rapat dan menjadi contoh kepada dunia. Dan marilah kita sama menjagakan bandaraya kita melalui kerjaan yang stabil, kerjaan yang prihatin, dan seterusnya insya-Allah Kuching akan terus membangun.
The SATOK suspension bridge was built with a cost of 8.05 million ringgit and was overlooked by Sarawak's Works Department JKR, where its construction began on September 19, 2017 and was expected to complete by the same month in 2019. And the said year, JKR detected problem on the Kubaharia side of the main pillar, which prompted several works to fix the problem. It took more than a year to redesign and reconstruct the bridge's structure before it is safe to be used for the public.
Since the completion of the SATOK suspension bridge, it has benefited the locals economically, especially those trading in the nearby areas. The iconic bridge provided access to pedestrians in SATOK to Medan Niaga SATOK area and have indirectly contributed to their economic recovery since the COVID-19 pandemic hit.
Ya, semenjak jambatan ini beroperasi, walaupun dia belum hari ini adalah hari bersejarahnya peresmian ini memberi impak yang amat baik kepada kami sebagai peniaga. Disebabkan ramai pengunjung, membolehkan lagi perniagaan kami seperti biasa.
Alhamdulillah lah, dengan adanya jembatan tu ada pengetahuan naik sikit perniagaan kita lah. Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih kerajaan TVS.
Betul. Dengan jambatan ini memang tiap-tiap malam ramai orang. So, untung untuk pelanggan-pelanggan dan penjual di sini lah yang dapat menikmati suasana macam ni. Jalan pun jam.
Issues on native customary right, NCR land and income generation socio-economic programs remain as Gabungan Parti Sarawak GPS struggles if the coalition is given the people's mandate to govern once more. Deputy Chief Minister Dato' Ahmad Douglas Ugambas said this will generate income growth, especially for rural folks.
He said surveys under Section 6 would enable the NCR lands to be gazetted and subsequently be issued with land titles under Section 18 of the State Land Code. Since 2010, the state government has surveyed over 1,011,566 hectares of such land under the NCR Land Initiative, while 780,203 hectares of land had been gazetted by the Land and Survey Department. Additionally, the Minister of Agriculture, Modernization, Native Land and Regional Development said the socio-economic programs would be focusing on modern agriculture to enable farmers to produce the quantity and quality for export. Uga said under the Agriculture Community Outreach Program, AgriCoop, modern concept of fruit and vegetable farming such as fertigation and hydroponic are being introduced to farmers. Earlier, Uga was officiating the AgriCoop at Rumah Jimmy Ngelambai in Ulubayor on Sunday.
Deputy Chief Minister Dato' Ahmad Douglas Ugambas opined that strict standard operating procedures SOPs may be introduced by the Election Commission and Ministry of Health for the upcoming 12th state election. He said the measures may include a ban on campaigning in longhouses as well as a ban on entertainment programs.
The former Sarawak Disaster Management Committee SDMC chairman said that the strict measures serve to protect the people from COVID-19 infection. As such, there will be no huge gatherings at campaign and longhouses and no entertainment program. Similar to Malacca state elections, such practice was put in place whereby no huge crowd of supporters are allowed to accompany their respective candidates to the nomination centres. On a related matter, Uga regarded the Barisan Nasional landslide victory in Malacca, indicating the people wanted a strong and stable government to govern. He noted that only a strong and stable government can implement policies and programs to bring in more development and progress. Uga also said the victory indicated the people in Malacca was rejecting opportunist politicians who cared more for positions rather than giving good service. Thus, he calls upon Sarawakian voters who want to see continued development to continue supporting Gabungan Parti Sarawak GPS in the upcoming polls.
Malaysia has reached 82.3% of adolescents' COVID-19 vaccination as of yesterday. This is equivalent to 2,589,925 teens.
Based on the data from the Ministry of Health MOH through the COVID Now website, 2,755,745 individuals or 87.6% of the said population have received at least one dose of the vaccine. As for the adult population, 95.6% or 22,390,580 individuals have completed their vaccination, while another 97.8% or 22,914,289 received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. A total of 36,028 vaccine doses were dispensed yesterday, with 2,244 as the first dose, 4,325 as the second dose, and 29,459 were booster doses. This brings the cumulative number of vaccine doses administered under the National COVID-19 Immunization Program PICK to 51,938,646.
The Nanga Parti Pesaka Bumi Putra Bersatu (PBB) launched its own Teen 55 Bureau, which comprised of only teenage members. The bureau is launched to assist PBB's election machinery in the upcoming 12 state polls. Fittingly, its members are between the age of 17 to 20 years old.
Nangka incumbent Dr. Anwar Rapai said the Bureau has a special yet important task to monitor and increase the party's presence on social media. Their task will focus on the distribution of campaign materials such as photos, videos and messages to voters under Nangka. Anwar, who is also the PBB vice president, further revealed the team comprises of 400 teenagers from the villages and longhouses in Nangka. Communication are established via WhatsApp groups, which will enable an open channel between Nangka PBB and voters, he added. The establishment of Teen 55 Bureau is also a reflection of the upcoming polls, where campaigns are conducted primarily on social media to reach voters from all age groups.
Malaysia is of the view that Asia and China should work together in the fields of economy, transformation and infrastructure, as well as connectivity, to ensure the supply chain remains unimpeded and can continue to grow amid the post-COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said the implementation of the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership RCEP and the Comprehensive Asian-China Free Trade Agreement could also contribute to accelerating regional recovery and resilience.
In a statement delivered by Minister of Foreign Affairs Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah, the Prime Minister hopes that ASEAN and China can work together in the field of public health and pharmaceutical capabilities through the sharing of technology, expertise and intellectual property. Meanwhile, when asked about Malaysia's latest position on the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, with China, Saifuddin said Malaysia still holds the same standpoint despite being under different government, adding that Malaysia as a whole has always been supportive of the initiative. Meanwhile, in a joint statement by the ASEAN-China Special Summit, it reaffirmed the commitment to the open, free, inclusive, transparent and non-discriminatory trading system with the World Trade Organization at its core, and its readiness to make economic globalization more open, inclusive, balanced and beneficial to all. It also welcomes the entry into force of the RCEP agreement on January 1st, 2022, and will work together to deliver benefits to businesses and people in the region. By creating more trade opportunities in digital economy and fostering new sources of growth for cooperation, working towards a more inclusive, modern, comprehensive and mutually beneficial ASEAN-China Free Trade Area.
And that wraps up the 5 p.m. English news for today. Once again, I'm Imes Reni. Stay safe and have a pleasant day.